Victory is not yet out of reach, Cancer. Their jealousy can't keep you down if you don't let it. Hey Cancer, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is a timeless reading for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or wherever Cancer falls in your chart. Cross-watchers also welcome. And my intention for this reading is to help you come into better alignment with your highest good in this moment. Let's see what's going on with Cancer. At the heart of your reading, we have the King of Wands in reverse. This is someone who's taking the reins in a situation where they're not actually meant to do so. They're taking over like a control freak sort of energy. I feel like this is a problematic person that you're contending with. Okay, for some of you though, this is how someone else is framing you. Like they're villainizing you for taking control of a situation. And it's not so much that they have a valid reason to do so, but it's more so that they are trying to cause problems for you. Okay. So I see the situation, the energy taking shape already. And we'll see which side of the coin or which side of the story you feel like your energy fits with better. Let's see. What challenge is Cancer facing in this situation? Chariot in reverse. You're really trying to get something off the ground. I strongly feel like usually the chariot is the metaphor of the chariot in the tarot is a land-based metaphor. It's a chariot with wheels. But in this instance, in this deck, it's exemplified by an eagle. And I feel guided to describe your desire, the feeling that I'm picking up on in your situation, as wanting to take flight. Now, that could mean breaking free, rising above, taking the high ground. I feel like all of those things coalesce nicely with the energy as I'm feeling it. Because the chariot in reverse means that there's this pent-up momentum, but due to a misalignment with the higher good in the situation, nothing is going anywhere. The flight is staying grounded, metaphorically speaking. It feels like you've boarded the plane. It was supposed to take off 2 hours ago, and for either this King of Wands in reverse energy, if this is someone framing you as being a bad guy just for taking control of the situation, telling other people that they should have ill will toward you, then that's the reason that you can't get this thing moving, because people aren't on your side. People don't know whether to fall in line behind you or to accept you as a leader. If this is someone else's energy, this King of Wands in reverse, then it's a little bit more sinister. It feels intentional that they are trying to block your progress. They don't want to see you take flight. They don't want to see you align with all of the circumstances in the universe that are conspiring in your favor in order for you to succeed. I think there's an element of jealousy overall, whichever side of this story that you're on. I feel jealousy aimed toward Cancer. It's a tough spot to be in. Your focus is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So this is either or both. feeling like you're missing out on a money-making opportunity, perhaps because of this stifled chariot energy, an inability to move forward when the timing is right. Or it could be that you're losing sight of lining up things in your life to be the way that you want them to be. Your vision for your ideal life isn't taking shape the way that you had hoped. And I'm picking up on when I said that, some of you were thinking, like, echoing that sentiment, but some of you, I felt maybe one of you was very strongly like in shambles. It's not shaping up like you hoped, it's in shambles. So feeling a bit despondent, feeling like, how can I turn this around? I don't feel necessarily like the opportunity has passed you by, but at the moment, this King of Wands in reverse is exerting whatever... Okay, so this is tricky to tell it both, the both versions of this energy that I'm picking up on. I'll try to continue as much as it makes sense for this, this format that we're in right now. If this King of Wands in reverse is another person in your situation, then they're withholding an opportunity from you. They're standing in the way of you getting this thing going, getting your life moving in the direction that you want it to be. And if it's you, then it's the people who are jealous of your situation, jealous of your success or your plans in order to achieve a greater success than you have in the past. And they're spreading rumors about you. They're trying to ruin things for you because they're jealous. Either way, it kind of feels like it's working. In the recent past, we have the Two of Wands. This is being at a metaphorical crossroads where you have the opportunity to decide, am I going to continue down the path that I've been on, or am I going to take this new path that has just become evident to me? The reason this is all happening is so that you can get in front of the right audience who's going to appreciate you and celebrate your successes. Because the Six of Wands showing up in your crowning position means that from your spirit team's perspective, you are going to come out the victor. Everything is aligning and in your favor, and the universe is conspiring for your success right now. Show me the near future. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Four of Swords. So you're definitely pulling back from a group or a specific person. This has the energy of, fine, if you're not going to appreciate me, if you're going to be problematic in my life, I don't need to be part of your life. I can use all these resources myself. I can reroute all of this bountiful goodness that I have going on in my life to not include you. And it has also a bit of like cocooning energy of like getting safely inside your shell and shutting out the outside world, or certain people that have been problematic. I don't feel it like this is a total hermit mode energy. Like, you're not shutting out the world altogether. This definitely has a very focused intention, the way that I'm picking up on it. It's almost like two can play that game sort of energy. You're matching energy, that's what it is. Whomever is the villain in your story here, you're saying, oh, okay, you want to be problematic? Well, guess what? I can write you right out of the story. You want me to be the bad guy in your story? You're going to write the ending of that version of the story. Say, okay, I accept that I'm the villain in your story, and as my finishing act as your villain, I am writing you out of my story. What a jerk. This energy feels really just like a pest. Like, they're spending so much energy and focus on you. I mean, it's a compliment in a way, I guess. But, like, just pay attention to your own life, right? Sorry, that aspect of the energy was really, like, showing up. Okay. In your surprise position, we have the Two of Swords. So this is almost like hearkening back to the similar energy that we had in the recent past with the Two of Wands, where you had this opportunity to choose, okay, am I going to stay on my path right now, or am I going to veer onto the new path? This feels like an opportunity for a take two, like a do-over in that situation. So I think some version of a second chance at that opportunity, or to make a different choice, is going to present itself. And I think it's going to come in that near future period of time when you're cutting off your resources from other people. You're it has very nesting energy in the near future with that Queen of Pentacles reversed, Four of Swords combo. Like, okay, I'm going to be a homebody for a few weeks. You're not going to see me. The people who need to be in touch with me will be able to get in touch with me, but otherwise I'm in incognito mode. So when you're in that mode, there's going to be this surprise opportunity to do it over again in some aspect of the situation that you feel like didn't go down the way that you would have preferred. You can reapproach it, come at it from a different angle, and it may just occur to you out of the blue, and it's like, oh, that's the surprising element, this unique eureka thought. Or it could be presented to you as an opportunity or a choice to make from an outside source that takes you by surprise. Okay, let's see. Hopes and fears. We have the Three of Wands in reverse. This is FOMO. This is missing the boat energy. You feel like there are certain things timing-wise that you have no control over, and you really want to be able to align with the timing, but you're concerned that you're gonna miss the boat, that it's gonna take off without you, and there goes your opportunity for a great future. That's that Ten of Pentacles reversed energy. You feel like here's my great fortune, and it's on the boat, and there it's leaving, it's taking off, it's going off without me, because this Knight of Wands in reverse character stopped me from getting there on time, or stole my tickets, or something metaphorically, like blocking you. I would encourage you to do a little soul searching, though, because this Three of Wands reversed is also indicating that it's something that you're hopeful for. So part of you could be drawing in this enemy because you want an external force to stop you from moving forward. Like you secretly want a stumbling block so that you don't get everything that you're hoping for. You could be either like subconsciously or energetically sabotaging yourself here. Now, that won't fit everyone's situation, and I'm absolutely not victim blaming. Clearly, I don't know the details of your situation, but the way that I read is that this position is always both a hope and a fear, because that's just how I see the energy of this spread. It's kind of the language that I use to communicate a story with spirit. Give you a little insight on my deciphering process here. Okay. Good news. The way this all ends up is with the devil energy in reverse. So whoever is the big bad wolf here is going to get their sheep's clothing pulled off, so to speak. They'll be revealed for who they really are. And it's going to end up that their bark was worse than their bite. They were stopped from being able to harm anything as badly as they wanted to, or perhaps like if they were this jealous individual was trying to drum up ill will against you, something negative could come out about this person, and that makes people see the situation in a different light and recognize that perhaps, they're the villain in the story and not you. Whoever the bad guy, quote unquote, in this situation has been, they're going to, actually, I'm going to pull a clarifier. They're going to be, I want to say knocked down a peg. I don't feel like they're vanquished, because I don't think it's that cut and dry. Like, this isn't an evil villain in a movie. This is a real person with a multifaceted individual, right? Whether or not you want to see it that way. Show me more about this devil energy. How is it that they lose power or get exposed or fail to enact their plan? Give me one more. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords and the Three of Wands. Okay, they're going to be limited in their view of the situation, and I think they're going to assume that there's a close-knit group that works together that they can influence. Because with the Eight of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, it's like, okay, here are the strings that I can pull, and obviously, like a manipulative, jealous mindset is a small-minded individual. They can only see the situation from one viewpoint. They lack objectivity. And so that's this, like, I need to do it this way. It's all or nothing, this black and white thinking sort of energy. And then you incorporate the Three of Pentacles, and it's like this group project And that kind of ties in with the whatever you're trying to get off the ground, whatever it was that you want to take flight. That's going to bring about the Ten of Pentacles energy if you can align with the timing and be victorious. Oh, let me put this guy in the reverse the way he belongs. Okay. Let's get you some advice. The way that you can best harness the energies at play for your highest good is Eight of Wands in reverse energy. This is not to allow the current momentum to sweep you off course. So while some of you may be thinking, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow and I'll end up where I need to be, this is very much Spirit saying, no, someone is, if you think of the flow as like a current of water in a river or something, someone has set up like jets under the water to like push the water so that it knocks you off course. This isn't universal flow that you're dealing with. So it's saying the momentum that is pushing you off course here is something that you need to fight against. The bad guy in your story, the bad guy in your story has created a current that is pushing you off course, and Spirit is saying, you don't have to succumb to this momentum. There are ways that you can overcome it. I'm going to pull a clarifier or two to see what more they want to say. Spirit guides and ancestors of Cancers watching. How do you advise they don't succumb to this negative momentum? We have the Three of Wands reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed. It's interesting that they're referencing your hopes and fears. Remember, this card showed up in reverse in that position to represent what you're hopeful for and what you're afraid of. And don't give in to the fear of missing the boat, I think is what's coming out here. There's something that you're not seeing, and you're meant to not read into the situation as deeply as you are. Likely because it's taking your focus in the wrong direction, like it's a energy vampire sort of situation where there's a lot of fuss in one situation and you're wanting to address it or counterattack. And the Queen of Swords in reverse as advice says, don't put your mental powers to work in that direction. Don't try and discern the deeper meaning or figure out what's going on under the surface of what you can see there. It's either a pointless task or you're just better off pointing your focus in another direction, aka getting yourself back in line with this opportunity, the timing that's available to you. Because the purpose of this all happening, remember, is Six of Wands. It's so that you can be successful. So you may be thinking you're already missing the boat in some sense. And Spirit is saying, no, that's not the case. This isn't necessarily the only opportunity. Or you haven't necessarily missed out on the opportunity that exists now. So keep an open mind and continue pushing forward. Try to pay less attention to this problematic person in your life. Don't feed into their jealousy by feeding it your attention and your focus. Refocus yourself back onto yourself. So Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this helped. Take care, and I will see you back next time.